So a topic that you'll hear a lot about during the buying process is the appraisal. What is the appraisal and why is it important? Well, simply put, the appraisal is the value of the home that you're buying assessed by the bank that you're borrowing from. So if you're not doing lending, there is no appraisal and you can just skip this video. But if you are doing lending, the appraisal is extremely important because it's from this number that the bank determines how much they're going to loan you. In years past, it wasn't necessarily uncommon for houses to not appraise, but now we're seeing it a lot more often. In the seller's market that we're in of 2022, sellers are really inflating the prices of their homes. So it might supposed to appraise here, they're listing it a lot higher. Also, buyers are offering more than their asking price. Sometimes they might be aligned to where they should appraise, but the buyer offers more. If you're getting lending, this can be a problem. Let me show you how. So let's go back to that pre-approval letter that you got from the last video. Check that one out. In this example, you're pre-approved for $550,000 with 5% down. That's your down payment, it's 5%. Now, I have a whole nother video that talks about different percentages that you may have to put down. 3%, 5%, 10%, kind of depends on what loan you get. Also depends on whether it's your first or second home, that sort of thing. Check out that video as well. But in this case, we're going to say that your down payment is 5%. That means the loan is 95%. 95% of what? Of the appraised value of the home. That's why it's so important. Now let's say you find a home for $490,000. And to be competitive, you put an offer in for $500,000, which is not uncommon. And it's accepted. So if the house appraises for that $500,000, your down payment is going to be 5%, which is $25,000. So the bank loans you $475,000. So let's say that the appraisal comes in low at $485,000. So now the bank is only going to loan you 95% of that number, which is $460,750 instead of the $475,000. So instead of you having to put down $25,000, you now have to put down $39,250. So you can see that makes a big difference. If you don't have that money, the appraisal really makes a big difference. So now that we know what the appraisal is, a good question is, when does the appraisal take place? It would be ideal if the appraisal could take place before you go under contract, but unfortunately, they take place about 3 weeks after you go under contract. So you're already under contract for a certain amount. You're hoping that it appraises for that amount so that you can get as much lending as you possibly can. If it falls short, you're either going to not get your financing, you're going to have to make up the difference with your money, or sometimes you can negotiate with the seller to come down a little bit or to help you out with the difference of the appraisal. But in this market, I wouldn't count on that happening.